Hi there, and welcome back to I Was Thinking. I'm Nafis.
Okay, you had frozen. I was like, no.
Keep it moving.
Dear Lord, I'm Simone, guys. I'm keeping this in. I don't care. Is it too late to say Happy New Year? Because by the time I post this, it's gonna be February. I guess we still can, right? It's the new year for us.
Still early in the year.
Okay. Happy New Year! Yay! We're still hot messes.
Probably more so than before, but it's all good.
Oh yes. I don't know. I feel like last year was rough for us because last year was the least year we really posted episodes.
Yeah, podcast-wise,
there was a point where it got hard. Yeah, and then of course everything that happened in October. It's still Free Palestine every day, all day, and just oppress people around this world. But yeah, it was a rough later half of 2023.
Yes, I can agree with that.
How are you, though?
I'm doing okay. I'm just very busy now that school has started, and I've taken on coaching extracurriculars at my day school, so I've been busy.
Nafis, when are you not doing something? This is why I barely hear from you.
I'm always doing something.
I can see that.
It keeps time moving. Keeps me busy, and I like that.
I guess.
Yeah.
That's too much.
Because there have been periods where I have been at home for extreme lengths at a time, and I'm just like, what do I do with myself? You know?
Okay, so you're teaching still, and then you're doing extra stuff at the school that you teach at, and then you're also teaching adults at night English.
Yes.
And you're also going to school yourself.
Yes.
That's way too much.
I know. And I'm like, I need that, which is why I was like, I absolutely need to finish this master's program. So I'm just so stuck on getting it over with.
Okay, well, I wish you the best of luck with that, because I know you've been in school literally since I've known you, which has been since 2019.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not the same master's, though. This is a different one.
Wait, you started a different degree?
Yeah. It's not the same one from back when I met you.
Did you finish that one?
I finished the other one, yeah. I finished that one.
So you went and got Okay.
Remember, I'm still trying to do med school, so I had to do something that shows that I know what I'm doing as far as classes are concerned.
You know, there is a saying, I don't know if you ever heard it. Sometimes it applies for Black women, but Black women and people women of color, where when we get bored, all we do is go to school and get degrees. That's what you're giving me right now.
Probably.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like. But hey, girl, if you got the money, more power to you, I guess. Yeah. So just don't stress yourself out too much.
I'm doing better as the stress-wise, though.
Okay.
I think. At least I think I am. I don't know. We'll see. I should probably ask the people around me.
I don't know. I barely talk to you because you're always busy.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Yeah.
But we are. But I do see more now that we do the Korean class together, so there's that.
Well, you did skip last class because you needed to catch up on sleep, so...
Right, but it's more often than usual.
Okay. Are you going to make it to the next one?
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll see, though.
Okay. If I see you, I see you. If I don't, I understand.
Right.
But anyway, yeah, so this isn't much, guys. Pretty much our ramble episode, a catch-up, kind of trying to start the new year, because we haven't recorded in a while. I haven't recorded since I recorded the BTS game with Macy, and I don't remember the last time I recorded with you, Nafis, to be honest. I could look it up, but I'm lazy.
I'm going to say it's probably in the earlier half of the year. That's probably a safe bet.
So you're just going to forget about the episodes we did in October and November?
Well, I mean actual podcast content-wise. That was more so us reacting to world events.
Okay, but we haven't had a structured podcast. Right. Are you talking about our structured podcast episodes?
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Okay. Yeah, pretty much, because I think after honestly, I want to say after May, we would just come on here and either rant or ramble. Again, a lot happened last year.
Yeah. But this year we're going to be a little bit more organized. Release episodes bi-monthly.
Yeah, so we're still going to try to...
Sorry, bi-weekly, not monthly.
I was bi-monthly. We'll never have listeners.
Right. Bi-weekly, guys. Bi-weekly. That's the goal.
Yeah, still bi-weekly. For the next couple months, we already have it planned out. So I think we're just going to do movie reviews as of now. And then I'll figure out what Macy's situation is, if she still wants to do the game or not. I know she talked about still wanting to do it last time, but she's also just very busy, especially with her living situation and her job, because apparently they can't keep like people there, the normal that it's been in America, which shouldn't be normalized. But yeah, a lot of turnover for groomers. So
speaking of turnovers, I think recently Spotify also had a whole bunch of layoffs as well. I don't know if you heard about.
I haven't heard about a lot of things.
Yeah, it was reading. I was scrolling through social media as one does. And yeah, that was one of the things. Like Spotify was letting go a lot of people as part of their administration and such. And I'm like, it is what it is, I guess.
Listen, a lot of my like content has still been as far as keeping up with. If it's not slightly K-pop, it's still what's happening in Palestine, because and trying to also catch up with what's happening with like Congo and other places like Tigray, Sudan. That's pretty much all my social media feeds have been one of those two things.
Speaking of Congo, remember, I think how we talked about, I don't know if we said this on the podcast, but we did talk about it, about how like the Hershey's company, M&M and all of that, like they are using child labor to get their cocoa from like Ghana and whatnot.
Did we talk about that? I mean, I know I heard about that, but that's not surprising because like I had texted you, they're trying to do whatever they can in this country specifically to turn over child labor laws here. I know where we live in Florida, they're trying to pass a bill where 16-year-olds can still go to school and work up to 30 hours a week, 30 or 40.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I know. So
30 hours for a 16-year-old is crazy. And especially at that age, kids are so impressionable. They're going to, like, if they're working that much, they're going to choose to work compared to go to school. So I'm interested to see how that plays out.
I mean, but that's what they want. They want laborers. We're just cattle at this point. They don't care about education. They don't want us to get an education, or we would be paying attention to what's happening outside this world and how fucked up it is.
Yeah. It's so interesting to see how that works.
But yeah, and then I saw some like disturbing thing too, basically saying that like at that age, these aren't children anymore, they're adults. And I'm like, what is happening?
What is happening? I don't know.
I don't know either, because even with that too, like here, it's like, so much is happening, but I also keep coming across articles of like plants as far as like factories for like, meat and stuff, getting caught having like 13 to 14-year-olds working there because they get injured or die.
Yeah. And it's sad too, because because when they ask like the grandparents or the parents, they're like, what can I do? I actually have to depend on them for income. Like the more people that are out there working, the more the family gets. So it's like,
Lord,
I know.
What were you saying about Congo though?
It wasn't about Congo. Recently, I think just few days ago. So one of my favorite like chocolatiers, Lindt. Have you heard of them?
No, and I don't even know what a chocolatier is.
Well, like a chocolate company or like people that make chocolate.
Okay, I don't like chocolate. So
oh, really?
I thought I shared this. I don't care for chocolate.
Oh my gosh!
Now I'm gonna have so many people like, well, we don't get emails, so it don't matter. Anyway, continue.
Yeah, so I just recently discovered like the company that I like to get it from, like Lindt. They actually do use child labor to get their cocoa in like Ghana. And I'm like, great. Now I can't even eat that.
I'm sorry. I just don't know. Especially companies like, I don't think there's such thing as a moral company.
And obviously they refuse to comment on it.
Of course they do.
It's like, bro, like there's literal video footage of them working. What do you mean you don't have a comment?
Yeah, that's like with them getting the cocoa, Congo, the children getting the minerals for technology, like.
Yeah. Hopefully now that there's more awareness, people are more considerate of what they actually need and what they actually want. And don't buy things unnecessarily.
I don't know, man, because I was very I'm not gonna lie, I was very hopeful at the end of last year, but especially around December, the beginning of this year, I don't want to say I'm losing hope, but like people aren't giving me reasons to still be hopeful, especially I know online is different than like in real life, but just online sometimes when I be seeing people complaining about why are they participating in like boycotts or like just coming up with every excuse in the book. And then, still going around my local area and like the places we're supposed to be quote unquote boycotting and the lines are like towards the end of the street. But again, I live in Florida. It's a different beast here. So
It really is.
it's like, do people even really care? Or are they even keeping up? Or, yeah, I don't know. It's a very heavily Republican state. So they only care about themselves. But still.
Remember once upon a time we used to be a swing state? Interestingly enough.
I'm just happy he's not going to become president. So I don't.
Speaking of which, what do you think is going to happen with the elections this year?
Girl, don't ask me that because I don't know. I'm not even going to try to predict. I don't know. Either way, I'm terrified because it's like,
Yeah.
I'm also over the lesser than two evil. God, why can't I talk today? Lesser than two evil options that were always given.
Yeah. But that's always been the case, though, if you think about it. Some people were just more charismatic, so they were able to mask it better. But it really has always been like that.
Yeah, it has. But like, when is it going to stop being like that? Is the real question.
When human greed and need to control things dies down, maybe. But I don't think that's going to die down.
Who knows? Because I was also seeing reports of how like now Texas, Florida, and I forgot the other state want to basically go to civil war if Biden gets rid of like the fence wall to Mexico. So like my faith in humanity right now is very, very slim. Very, very slim. I am sorry this is not a very happy-go-lucky, like positive catch-up episode, guys. This is state of the world. It's been a lot. We're not on a script, so we just tell it like it is.
It takes a toll on us.
Yeah, it does.
Especially as people of color, it takes a toll on us.
Exactly. And like, as much as we want to try to ignore this shit, we can't. We can't afford to. But it's also like, what can we do as a collective to actually try to make change and not say that, and then 10 seconds later, we go back to normal. And I also have not a problem, but like, I know I've been catching myself doing that. But again, just as a Black person, I'm just tired.
Yeah.
Because they always try to put like the revolution acts on us. Yet y'all don't want to listen to us at the same time while we're also still facing with our own oppression. So it's like, how are we able to win when we're the group that gets pushed back the most, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Trying to figure out how to say it, but hopefully you understand what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
So it's just a lot. It's just been a lot. There's like days where I feel better and then days where I just like don't want to go anywhere. But of course I have to because, you know, work, money, still trying to survive in this crumpling,
inflation-infected
country.
Side of the world.
Yeah. I mean, sort of good news on my part. Got to celebrate the small wins. Good and bad. I may end up not only going full time at my job, but working from home, which is kind of what I wanted.
Ooh.
Even though I didn't want to be on the phones. But yeah, basically they're using the building that I work in as like a training facility for this new program we're getting. So they're kicking everyone else out. And like, I don't really have anywhere else to go because a mess. But I was given the option to work from home. And it's going to be interesting because my dad works from home too. And like I said, I will be like answering the phone. So, and our apartment's not that big. So I will end up, you know, being in my room, but I'll make it work.
It's exciting. You won't have to pay for gas now. So that's good.
I won't have to worry about traveling. I won't have to worry about being late either because I have been late to work a couple of times. I'm surprised I haven't gotten called out on it, but hey, I still show up. I do my job. That's all that matters. And it's only by a minute or two, so.
Oh, then they're not going to make a fuss out of that. Well, it depends on the employer.
Listen, some places do.
Yeah, some do.
Yeah. So it's just because one of my coworkers is leaving and there's only 3 of us. So instead of like hiring a new person, I guess they
were saying it's a tiny department.
Yeah, I guess they decided to just keep the 2 people that are already there and then make both of us full time and trying to change our hours too, just in case one of us like goes on vacation or sick or something. So I think it'll work out. But yeah, got to celebrate some type of small win and hopefully make more money and save.
Yeah, are they increasing your pay?
No. That's why I said small wins.
But that's good though.
Thank you.
You won't have to worry about like the traffic. You won't have to worry about, well, I mean, the internet is really the only thing that you may need to worry about. But other than that, remote jobs are pretty cool.
Yeah, and our internet does go in and out sometimes. So I am a little worried about that, but
girl, if you save up, you can travel and work. How amazing.
Well, no, because I still have to be on the phones. I can't take it's a desktop too. I don't get a laptop, so I can't take my equipment with me. Yeah.
They give you a desktop. Gotcha.
Yeah. I wish I could, but no, I'll still be kind of stuck in one place. It's just be my home and in my room.
Well, either way, it's a win. So that's good.
Yeah, thanks. How about you? I mean, I know we discussed everything you're doing, but any small wins you want to shout out for yourself?
Small wins. I'm eating healthier.
That's good. That's always good.
I'm exercising more. So yes, small wins, but
yeah,
I want to get to a point where it's just like not something that weighs on my mind that oh my gosh, like I have to do. To the point where it's like, oh, okay, I get to work out type thing. I don't know.
Also, just word of advice from someone who has been working out, just make sure you're doing it because you're concerned about your health and not trying to, fit the beauty standards of like getting skinny and all that because
no. I have to do it to be healthy. Yeah, no.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying because we always get wrapped up in the mindset and I'm trying to change that as well of like, I'm not doing this. If the weight comes off, the weight comes off, but it's more about, for me, just like making sure I'm taking care of my health and that's just part of it. And I enjoy doing that and just to make sure I am in an able body to where I can work out. So main priority is health, not like looks and beauty standards. Because honestly, fuck all that. Celebrities are lying to you guys. Plastic surgery, okay? We all know that, but I just need to remind you, it's not real. A lot of it's not real, or a lot of them get surgery and then start working out and trying to sell you all these products that don't actually work. Do it for you, okay? Yeah. Because there are plenty of people with bigger bodies that are healthier than like someone who's 90 pounds. I'm just saying.
No, that's actually true. That is actually true.
So we're so caught up on like looks and stuff instead of like how you actually feel. Is your mental well-being okay? Which for a lot of us, it's not. Yeah. Is your blood pressure okay for your body type? Things like that. So just start thinking about it in that aspect. And it'll be easier because when I change my mindset for that, I actually am more motivated to want to work out. So
yeah. And the other thing, honestly, for me, so motivational is when I like get out of my bed in the mornings and like I can barely get up because like my back would crack or something and I'm like, oh my God, I need to work out so I'm at least that I'm mobile,
Yeah. Well, rest is also important. That's another thing I had to take in consideration to stop beating myself up on days I just cannot do it and I need to rest. Also, stretch, ladies. Yes. Coming from someone who's over 25 and there was one time, I don't know what I did back in December, but like I had woken up and I could barely walk and I was afraid because it lasted for a couple days. I was gonna have to like go to the ER, but I must have just pulled a muscle that I had never used before. And I was just, So stretch. Stretching is important. You don't have to become also flexible, but just make sure you stretch. I had to learn the hard way. Don't be like me and learn the hard way.
Yeah. People really underestimate it though. The whole stretching thing. Like they'll like half-ass it or something, but you really want to actually get deep. Yeah, you really want to get in deep when you're stretching, whether it's your quads or your calves, tricep, biceps, whatever. Because at the end of the day, when you're done with your workout, like a few hours later, you'll feel it. You will actually feel it.
It helps not to feel it so much. So,
but yeah, so that's one of the things I'm trying to do.
That's good.
And it's so funny too, because like my sister just the other day, she was like, you have been studying Korean since like my freshman year. She's now in college. And I'm like, okay, I want to try to get to a point where I can at least speak it or have like low conversation level. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, I understand if they speak slow enough, like I can understand like really basic terms and phrases, but I want to get to a point where it's like beginner conversation.
My problem is just I know a lot more than I think. So like when we're going over vocabulary or just because I'm not forced to speak it so much, I do have to read and write it.
Yeah.
Like when we do those practice, like fill in the blanks or like change a sentence, I'm able to do that. But my mind goes blank when you ask me to come up with my own sentence, because then that's when I start to get shy and I'm like, I don't know anything.
But so actually, that's so funny you mentioned that because the adults that I teach in the afternoon, that's what I have them do. Is like we'll do vocabulary and I'll give them example sentences. We'll do like worksheets and stuff. But then I'm like, okay, now it's your turn. Here's a picture or here's vocabulary words. Give me 2 sentences for each. Some of them are able to get through that pretty quickly because they'll keep the sentences really simple. But I've noticed that most of the time it really gets their brain working. So
yeah, and that's what the teacher had us do last time. The last class that you missed. So I really like her. I hope if they keep doing this, you know, for a full year, that she's the same teacher. Because I think she's been actually helping a lot. And she's really like nice and motivating. So plus too, when the students that like didn't really want to talk so much, like she'll say it first for them and just have them repeat it just to make sure they're saying it correctly. So yeah, I hope she stays. She's actually a really good teacher.
I like her too. She has a very like calming presence. Like you don't feel too intimidated by her.
Yeah. And I don't feel embarrassed if I make a mistake. So
yeah, that's important though. I think that's an important quality as far as like when you're especially language learning, because I mean that is the point that you're there, but having that comfort with them that you are comfortable enough to actually make mistakes, that's pretty cool and important.
Yeah. So hopefully I would, my goal really is this time when BTS comes back from enlistment to at least have some type of fluency. That would be nice. And I feel like that's an actual good motivator.
Yeah.
So even though Jin is coming back soon, but like I'll save that for when they all come back.
Yeah.
God, I miss them.
That'll be interesting. When does he come back? The end of the year?
No, around June. And then J-Hope comes back around October of this year because, you know, they're the first two to go. Jin went in 2022, so.
Wow, it's been that long.
Yeah, he went in December of 2022, so. And then Hobie went a little bit after, I think around like March or April of 2023. And yeah, I think I know he went after his birthday, which is in February, so I think around March or April.
You know, they've been in the media for like every now and then. It never really felt like they were gone for too long, you know?
Yeah, because they did a bunch of stuff to make sure they kept us occupied. And then they recorded a bunch of shit before they left too. So we're still going to get stuff this year. So
it's like they knew the fans were needy. So they prepped ahead of time.
Just a little bit, but just a little bit.
It's all good though.
Hey, we grown a bond to where it's like that, you know? I've also gotten to a point where I talk about like my TikTok mutuals sometimes, but one of them had made, now I use Discord, which has been very interesting. Yeah. And like a lot of armies from TikTok that I either are mutuals with or that followed me have joined it. So like I've been talking to them a lot. I like it. I never thought I'd be the person to make like online friends, but like it's been fun.
So what is Discord? Is it like Twitch?
Girl, I can't tell. No, it's not Twitch because Twitch is like video streaming.
I mean like you're gaming, but you also like chat too. So this is just strictly chatting?
Yeah, it's like chatting with other people, sharing pictures. There is features where you can like video chat each other, like you're on voice calls. So it has a bunch of different features. Don't ask me too much about Discord. I'm still trying to learn how to use it because I've had it since like 2020 because that one website, you know, Talk to Me in Korean has it and a bunch of other stuff. But this is the first time I'm actually really using it. So, but yeah, it's just mostly, you can create like different channels. So like in ours, the one that her name is Shay made, there's ones where like there's channels for like each specific member and then like all the members, and then like for outside of BTS we have one where we can talk about like TV shows we're all into, our hobbies, books we're reading. So like we just make a bunch of different channels for different subjects that any person can go in there and just start chatting. So yeah, it's been fun.
And it's just random?
Well, people have to join the server.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you have to join it, and then Shay has it to where you have to answer certain questions to know where you go, because we also have certain chats for like people of certain ages. So, you know, 18 and up, just to be safe, because some of us can get, you know, you never know.
Yeah. So how do you like, well, I don't know if you know this, but how do they keep out the creepy people?
I mean, if they start being creepy, then you just kick them out. You can't really know. That's the only bad thing. So anyone can really join. But I mean, so far the people that have joined, I think, especially in this time now, it's just a bunch of people, you know, just looking for people to talk to and hopefully make friends. So, but yeah, it's been nice. I've liked it. I've met a lot of people, like, you know, not only just in this country, but just around the world. So I feel like I've actually made some friendships in there.
Yeah.
And I've been in the Discord for about almost a month now. Wow, Shay made her Discord for a month now. I should tell her.
Wait, do you know Shay personally, or she's someone you met?
No, I met her through TikTok, and then we've just been first talking through TikTok and then the Discord, so we talk more on there. But like I said, a lot of these people, at least 10 of them, I talk to pretty much every day. So
gotcha.
Basically building friendships. That's why I said I never thought I'd be the type of person to have online friends, but I enjoy it. There's some really cool people out there. So, and the good thing about the internet is just been bringing a lot of people closer that they would have never met. So,
which is kind of the point, but people obviously misuse it.
Yes. So I only use the internet for good.
Good to know.
Whether personally or spread awareness.
Right.
So shout out to all my Discord friends out there. Army Steel. That's the name of it.
Oh, gotcha.
I had to show some love. Yeah. And then Shay is also helping me try to get my TikTok audience back up. I mentioned it on here, I believe, that I lost my account from resharing and posting about Palestine before the year ended last year. So she's helping me build it back up because she saw how I lost my account.
Which is ridiculous, but
yeah. Especially, I wasn't even at I had 400 followers when I lost it.
Oh,
it's not even like I was at 10K or 5K or anything. I literally only had 400.
Shut down anyone with any sort of post. They did not care.
Pretty much. So I had to try to rework how I even post about it. I've just been sticking to repost, which I really hate. But I also think it's people who come across your post and report it. So it's so far my main page, I've just been sticking with BTS or K-pop and then reposting other people's information. I would like to start posting back on my story, but I just don't want to lose it again, because if I do lose it again, I kind of think I'm done.
Yeah.
I don't feel like going through that effort again. And I had so many great videos that I put a lot of effort into recording, editing. So
makes sense.
It did hurt. I'm not going to lie.
Well,
it still kind of hurts. And it's been about 3 months now. So
yeah, especially if you do put effort into it. But they don't care though.
Yeah, because I had started literally the beginning of last year.
Oh.
So it was a whole year's worth of just content gone. And of course, since it's video, it was taking up a lot of my storage. So a lot of them I didn't save. But it's fine. So starting over. Fuck oppression. All right. Well, we're trying a new thing. Oh, the timer is actually going off where we are on a time limit. So is there any closing thoughts, Nafis, so we're not here forever and continue rambling?
No, that was pretty much it.
Yeah. So that's been us, guys. I didn't get to finish explaining our plans for this year, or at least the first. How many episodes do we already have planned? At least up until 5 months, right?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Okay, yeah. So the next couple months, we are just going to do movie reviews. As you heard Nafis earlier say, she's very busy. So it's to keep us still kind of consistent, but also working with our busy schedules. Bi-weekly. So that's 2 episodes a month. And for right now, we're just doing movie reviews. And we also try to diversify our movie reviews. So they're not just going to be Korean movies. I know soon we're going to have an American movie come up. A couple Korean movies, some animation movies, something you can enjoy with your kids as well. So look out for that. If I ever feel like coming on here to talk about any recent news, I'll probably just do solo episodes, and I'll keep them really short and brief and do that in between. And yeah, I also need to get over my fear of going back to listening to our old episodes so I can finally post on our TikTok, because I made us a TikTok. And I haven't posted on there yet. But I need to, because I kept saying I was going to do a Throwback Thursday, and I haven't done it yet. I just don't want to hear my voice all the way back from 2020. And
it sure sounds different, though.
It does. It's really
and I'm
weird.
Oh my God, did I sound like that?
Yeah, I sound so young. Sometimes when I hear my voice, it's a lot more high pitched than I think it is. But especially back there, I'm oh God, you could hear me age. It's wild. Either age or just get more comfortable. So I stopped putting on that customer service voice.
Right.
Yeah.
It's probably because you got more comfortable.
I think it's a combination of both.
Yeah.
And better equipment.
Oh, that helps.
Because I was recording on my iPad, at the beginning. So, and then I actually finally got a microphone and figured out how to use an actual program on my laptop. So it's a lot of different factors. But yeah, I'll do it. I'll get over the embarrassment. Hopefully I can post the first Throwback Thursday episode either soon, because I don't know when I'm going to post this. But yeah, I'm still rambling. So let's go ahead and get out of here. Any closing thoughts, Nafis?
No.
Okay.
Just hope y'all have a good year. Make sure to take care of yourself. life will keep on lifing. You have to keep on taking care of you. So
that's very true. That's very true. And also just for the new year, thank you guys for still sticking around with us. It's hard for me to tell like who's been here for a while or new listeners, but even new listeners, like, thank you. Can't express the gratitude enough.
Yes.
So you're also half of the reason why we keep doing this, not only as a hobby, but because I see people are actually listening. So, because there'd be no point if we were just talking to the void. I mean, we could. But yes, so that has been the episode. I've been Simone. That's been The Feast. You can follow us everywhere that you listen to podcasts. If you have any comments, questions, you can email us at iwasthinkingpod@gmail.com. Please rate us the highest ratings of whatever platform you're using to listen to us. You can follow us on Instagram, Twitter/X, as long as that app is still around, and TikTok at iwasthinkingpod. What else do I usually say? Follow me personally on my TikTok, Simone Says What _ even though I do mostly talk about BTS, but again, y'all should know that by now. Is that it? Is that how I usually... God, we haven't done this in so long. Is that what I usually say?
Yep.
Is that everything?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay, yeah, well, thanks for listening to us, guys, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.